So in today's video I'll be sharing the recipe of delicious mutton biryani, that too in pressure cooker. Soft and juicy succulent pieces of mutton with lovely flavored rice, that's to basmati rice, and all the steps are made in cooker. So try this recipe, you will love this recipe. So next time when you want to try something exotic in a different way, do try out this recipe, mutton biryani in pressure cooker. You will love the flavors, and yes, I have shared many tips and tricks to make perfect mutton biryani. It's not mutton pulao, it's properly layered mutton biryani that we make, and that too it's cooked in dum. So stay tuned for this recipe. You will love the tips and tricks, and of course this delicious mutton biryani. Hey guys, I'm Subhankari and I welcome you all to my channel Food Corner English, and I hope you all are doing great in your lives. And if you're new to my page, subscribe to my page and don't forget to tap the bell button. And thank you all for loving my channel so much and liking my videos so much. Let's begin with this awesome recipe of mutton biryani. So for this recipe I have taken 1 kg of mutton, and yes, for this particular recipe I do prefer the nulli pieces. In this type of pieces with bones intact. So this type of pieces actually enhances the texture of biryani. So here I have taken few nulli pieces and 1 kg of mutton. You can also follow this recipe with lamb as per your wish. So 1 kg of mutton I have taken here, and then to it I'll add 1 medium size onion sliced, turmeric powder around 1 teaspoon, red chilli powder 1 tablespoon, Kashmiri Red Chilli Powder 1 tablespoon, Coriander Powder 1 tablespoon, and it's my homemade Biryani Masala 1 tablespoon. You can also use Biryani Masala of any brand. Salt 1.5 teaspoon, lemon 1 big size of lemon I have squeezed, and some oil. And here I have made a paste of 2 ginger, 10 to 15 garlic cloves and few green chilies, and add a little bit amount of water, 2 to 3 tablespoons, and I'll just marinate this mutton with all the spices and dry spices. Give it a mix, and I'll cover it and keep it in fridge for around 2 hours. Mind it, I'll keep it in fridge, not the freezer, normal fridge counter where we keep our vegetables. So this goes in fridge for around 2 hours, and meanwhile while it's done, so this goes into my freezer, and let's continue with the other process. So here I have taken the ultimate pressure cooker. I'll heat in medium flame, add around 7 tablespoons of oil and 3 large size onions. I have finely sliced. I'll just keep around 1 large size onion separately for the gravy, and 2 large size onion I'll just deep fry for making the fried onions or birista. And as I have always said, we just need to cook this or fry this onions till perfection. We'll just remove them before turning dark brown, because onions have a post cooking tendency. So several tablespoons of oil is enough for frying onions and for the biryani. So I have added at a time. So after my onions are done, you can see how beautiful these onions are done. Don't over fry these onions, otherwise it will turn black and brown. We don't want that. We want it nice golden. This is it. And in the same oil, as I said, remaining oil, we'll continue with our biryani. So first add some dry spices, 1 bay leaf, 1 black cardamom little crushed, green cardamom 2 to 3, 4 to 5 black peppercorns and 2 inch cinnamon. All these spices goes in the onion oil. That will actually give immense flavor for this biryani. Just roast for few seconds, and once this dry spices starts to release its aroma, I'll add the remaining onion, that is around 1 large size onion. I had kept it for the gravy. Just give it a mix, and I need this onion to be nice golden brown. So I'll wait for around 4 to 5 minutes on medium high flame, and once it's done, first I'll add here some coriander and mint leaves, that Sue's Food Corner special touch. I always fry these greens in this oil, and that actually enhances the flavor and takes the biryani to a next level. Just fry for a few seconds, and when these green coriander leaves and mint leaves are fried, I'll add the marinated mutton that goes in. So this is it. The beautifully marinated mutton goes inside this onions and the mint and coriander flavored oil. Just give it a mix, and Sue's Food Corner most important tip here is that we need to saute this marinated mutton in high flame for around 8 to 10 minutes. It's very important. Sauteing this mutton on high flame will ensure that the outer layer of the mutton seals, and the moisture of the mutton, it remains inside the mutton. Otherwise the mutton will release its moisture and it can never be sauteed. It will turn out to be boiled mutton. So it's very important. In high flame I'll saute this for around good 8 to 10 minutes. Meanwhile, in between I'll just keep stirring it, and you can see the result. Gradually the outer layer of the mutton will be sealed, it will be sheared, and it will start releasing oil. You can see in my video there is absolutely no water or moisture from the mutton. The mutton pieces are nicely fried. I have already added around 4 tablespoons of oil in the mutton, and some oils were already present in the fried onions. So everything gives a nice mix, and after 8 to 10 minutes you can see the base is clear. Oil has oozed out beautifully. So we need to saute this mutton in high flame till this stage, and once it has attained this stage, I'll add water around half a cup. That's it, because when we'll pressure cook it now, the mutton will release its own moisture. So half a cup of water goes in this mutton. Give it a mix, and now I'll just pressure cook this mutton in high flame for 2 whistles and reduce the flame to low, and in low flame 2 more whistles. That's it. So after 2 whistles in high flame and 2 whistles in low flame, this is the texture and consistency of mutton, and for me it's perfect. Again, it depends upon the quality of your mutton. Basic thing is that the mutton should be 90% done at this stage, and I'll just show you one small piece. This is how the mutton should turn out. It should be super tender, and all the cooking should be completed at this stage. You can see it's perfectly done. Meanwhile, I had taken 4 tablespoons of warm milk, added some saffron, 1 tablespoon of kevada water and some rose water. That I'll keep aside. And now I'll just keep this mutton on low flame and add around half a cup of curd. Give it a mix and let this cook on low flame now. Meanwhile, I have taken nice around 1.5 liters of water. I'll add some whole spices, some star anise, 2 green cardamom, 1 bay leaf, some cinnamon stick and 2 tablespoons of salt, and oil I have added around 1 tablespoon, and I'll wait till it comes to a boil. And meanwhile, my mutton has been simmering slowly. This is what we want. The curd should nicely mingle in this mutton gravy, and it will take around 6 to 7 minutes, and 6 to 7 minutes is enough for the water to boil that we had kept for boiling the rice. And you can see in my video I have actually recorded the entire procedure. This is the base of a mutton biryani. So make sure you do this entire process on low flame, and meanwhile my water has been nicely boiling. Here goes 500 gram of basmati rice. I had soaked for around 2 hours, and I need to cook this basmati rice on high flame for 8 minutes. That's it. In 8 minutes this basmati rice will be 80% done. That is what we need. And you can see this basmati rice is perfectly cooked. It has elongated and is done. And now to this base I'll add 1 teaspoon of biryani masala, fried onion, some amount, little bit I'll leave, I'll use it afterwards. And to this I'll add few mint and coriander leaf that goes in. So basically we have prepared a nice base of mutton, and now I'll add the first layer of rice. That's perfectly done. Half of the amount of rice I'll add, spread it uniformly, and to this I'll add the other flavorings. Obviously the flavored milk, saffron plus kevra water and rose water, that goes in, and few green chilli, and yes, there are slitted green chilies, some mint and coriander leaves goes in, some fried onions on top of this rice, and around 1 tablespoon of clarified butter and around half teaspoon of biryani masala, that goes in. Basically we're flavoring this rice. And now the second layer of the rice finally goes in. I had divided the entire rice in 2 parts. The remaining saffron milk, flavored milk actually, that goes in, and as per our requirement some little bit amount of fried onions goes in. So basically we are giving dum to this biryani in pressure cooker. Some mint and coriander leaf, that goes in, green chilies, I just love the flavor of this green chilies, and 1 nice red chilli I have added. And now important part is that for the dum I'll add around 100 ml or half a cup of the boiled rice water, the same water in which the rice was boiling. And now I'll cover the lid and just keep it in alternate flame, like I'll place the tawa or griddle, and on the top of it I'll place this cooker and give it dum for around 15 to 20 minutes, and then after 20 minutes I'll give it resting time of 10 minutes, and then I'll just open the lid. And the first taste is that I'll insert a spoon and to see if there is any moisture left or not, and mine biryani was perfect, there was no moisture. And if by chance there is some moisture left, you can again keep it in dum for more 5 to 10 minutes. And this biryani has turned out to be perfect. You can see each grain of rice is fluffy, and this mutton pieces have turned out awesome. Perfect layered biryani, and you can see how fluffy the rice has turned out. And this pressure cooker biryani is just a hit. Give it a try. And I have served this beautiful plate of mutton biryani, and one beautiful piece of mutton goes on top of it, some fried onions, and 1 curd or raita, that's for sure, 2 slices of onions, and this is it, my plate full of goodness. Enjoy this biryani, mutton biryani. I have shared many tips and tricks to make mutton biryani like a pro, and that too in a pressure cooker. Small tips and tricks will actually help you to enhance the texture and perfection in this recipe. Do give it a try and let me know how it turned out. This recipe is entirely dedicated to each and everyone who have ever requested me to post recipes in pressure cooker. So pressure cooker mutton dum biryani is finally out. I hope you will like this recipe, and yes, as I said, this recipe really turns out yum if you can follow all the steps. And now it's time for comment of the day. Today's comment of the day is from Suparna Guha. She writes, this channel is addictive. Thank you so much, Suparna. One line comment that really touched my heart. Thank you so much for your beautiful love and support. Stay safe and stay connected. And for today's recipe, that's pressure cooker mutton biryani, needs no introduction. Do give it a try. I'm sure you will love this recipe. You can also follow Source Food Corner English on Instagram and Facebook. And if you have liked the recipe, do give it a thumbs up, share with your family and friends, and do not forget to subscribe to my page. See you in next video. Till then, stay safe, love life, and happy fooding.